The Vault of Eternals had stood untouched for 3,000 years. Archaeologists had tried everything. Mages had exhausted their grimoires. Engineers had deployed cutting lasers that could slice through starship hulls. The door, massive, seamless obsidian covered in script no living scholar could read, remained perfectly, infuriatingly sealed. Dr. Helena Vasquez had brought her graduate students to the site as a learning opportunity, nothing more. "This is what we call an archaeological dead end," she explained, gesturing at the door embedded in the cliff face. "Sometimes the past keeps its secrets." Maya Chun wasn't listening. She was staring at the door with an expression her professor couldn't quite read. "Maya, you all right?" The 19-year-old didn't answer. She walked forward as if pulled by invisible threads, her field notebook slipping forgotten from her hands. The other students watched, confused, as Maya approached the door that had resisted every attempt to open it for millennia. "Maya, stop!" Dr. Vasquez called. "We don't touch unexamined artifacts." Maya's hand pressed against the obsidian. The door exploded with light. Everyone stumbled backward, shielding their eyes as symbols ignited across the surface. Not the ancient script they documented, but new patterns flowing and reorganizing like living things. The ground trembled. Dust rained from the cliff face. And then, with a sound like a planet taking its first breath, the door opened. A voice emerged from the depths beyond. Not spoken, but felt, resonating in their bones and teeth and the hollow spaces between thoughts. "Welcome back, Master." Maya stood frozen in the doorway, bathed in silver light emanating from within. Dr. Vasquez rushed forward, grabbing her student's shoulder. "Maya, step back. We don't know what." "I know this place," Maya whispered. Her voice sounded distant, dreamy. "I know every corridor, every chamber. The library is 3 levels down, southwest wing. The armory is sealed behind the fountain. The observation deck overlooks." She blinked, confusion cracking through her trance. "How do I know that?" The voice spoke again, warmer now, almost tender. "You have returned. The wait has been long." Dr. Vasquez pulled out every piece of scanning equipment she had. "Maya, I need you to tell me exactly what you're feeling. Any dizziness? Nausea? Compulsion?" "I'm fine. I just—" Maya turned to face her professor, and her eyes were bright with unshed tears. "Dr. V, I've dreamed about this place. Since I was a kid. I thought they were just nightmares. This door, that voice, corridors that went on forever. My therapist said it was anxiety about not belonging, about being adopted, about not knowing my birth parents." "Your birth parents?" Dr. Vasquez's mind raced through implications. "Maya, what do you know about them?" "Nothing. I was found as a baby in South Korea, left at a temple. No note, no information. Just me in a blanket with symbols sewn into it that nobody could identify." The professor pulled out her tablet, scrolling through documentation photos. "Symbols like these?" She showed Maya the script from the door. Maya's face went white. "Exactly like those." The voice spoke again. "The Master's bloodline endures. The covenant remains unbroken. Enter, heir of shadows, and claim your inheritance." "Okay," Dr. Vasquez said, her professional composure fracturing. "Okay, we need to contact the International Archaeological Council. The UN, somebody. Maya, you might be the descendant of whoever built this place, and we have no idea what that means." "I know what it means," Maya said softly. She stepped forward, crossing the threshold. Immediately, the symbols shifted again, and the corridor beyond illuminated. Walls of dark stone inlaid with silver, ceiling lost in shadow, the air somehow fresh. Despite 3 millennia of being sealed, images flooded Maya's mind. Not memories. She'd never lived these moments, but something deeper. Knowledge written into her DNA. She saw herself. No, her ancestor, sealing this place. Felt the weight of the decision. Understood why. "This was a sanctuary," she said, her voice steady now. "During the Cataclysm Wars. Whoever built this, they were trying to preserve something. Knowledge. Technology. Maybe magic. They sealed it so it could only be opened by their descendants." She turned back to her professor. "By someone with their blood." "What?" Dr. Vasquez asked. Why seal something for 3,000 years? Maya looked into the silver-lit depths of the vault, seeing corridors that branched like veins, chambers that held secrets the modern world had forgotten. Because they knew, she said quietly. They knew their civilization was ending. So they hid everything worth saving and trusted that someday, someone carrying their legacy would return. The voice spoke once more, patient and eternal. What is your command, Master? Maya Chun, graduate student with a 3.7 GPA and student loan debt, stood at the threshold of an ancient inheritance she'd never asked for and didn't understand. Behind her, Dr. Vasquez prepared to document the discovery of the century. Before her, 3,000 years of secrets waited in silver-lit darkness. She took a breath and stepped inside. Let's see what they left us. The door remained open, light spilling into the modern world, a bridge between what was lost and what might yet be found.